capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone, and the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Play action. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. About 3 yards there to the 27. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. And this is caught by Williams. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On second and goal, Goff. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. It's Burrow. Slide, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Michael Brockers continues to bring leadership to the table as well as stout play in the interior. Traded to the Lions back in March after 9 seasons with the Rams. 5 sacks in 2020, the most for him since 2013.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for him, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Goff now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Logan Wilson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And some room to run now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 3-2 their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still that's into double coverage and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd down and 5. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line. Listen.
Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. Now Burrow loses the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Swift. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the...
It got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. First down. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Throw left side, complete to Chase. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down and 8. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. He gets this complete to Cephas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Swift's got the first down and then some. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and this is nothing more than a simple screen pass, but he does a really nice job of showing patience and letting his blockers get out in front of him. And he turns it into really nice yardage.
Well, Charles, you can see on the next-gen stats, he traveled an even 40 yards after the catch. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Now Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coaches...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he gets it down to the 32. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Uzomah.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it. even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Lions, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.